Welcome down to Rowdy Sports. And that's it. The round of 32 is done. Moving on to 16. Today we had some truly incredible games. 1-1 Egypt and Australia. 3-2 Argentina, Cape Verde. And might I say, this was probably one of the best games of the tournament. And then 1-0 to Colombia to Ghana. That game stunk. That game. It stunk. All right, let's talk about Australia versus Egypt first. What did we learn from Australia versus Egypt? That Egypt stands no chance against Argentina in the next round. I mean, Cape Verde pulled off the miracle of coming back twice and then taking it to overtime, but, Argentina ultimately won. But what we really learned from this Egypt game is that you should not bet on Mo Salah for goals. He's just not doing it. He's too old. Looks like he's dying out there. He might even be dying, not telling anybody. It's possible. He looks horrible. I mean, it's in his face. You can tell. Like, in his face, he looks like a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Argentina versus Cape Verde. What did we learn from this game? Messi's the most dependable individual, period. And Cape Verde were, man, after the first goal went in, I was like, okay, I want Cape Verde to win. I want that cat to have predicted all the right games. But, we move. God. It wasn't like the stunning goal was from Cape Verde, that second goal that bent in. That was outrageous. It was a gorgeous goal. But everything else that happened for Argentina was just like to be expected. Messi scoring. Chalked off an assist, which is unfortunate. I'm happy that Christian Romero didn't get that goal because he's a punk-ass bitch. It was just, Argentina were meant to win that game. They weren't meant to give up goals. It was shocking. I would not bet on Emiliano Martinez for anything going forward. I wouldn't. I mean, if he's shipping goals... The first goal that he gave up was he was in front of it, and he just let it go right past him. Like there was even a defender in front of that. Like it was just outrageous that he let that ball go in. Yeah, don't bet on Martinez for shit. What are we learning in this Colombia versus Ghana game? Luis Suarez got the lucky assist after coming off the bench for an injured Johan Cardobona, whatever. Fuck that dude. I had him in my lineup. He fucking snoozed on me and then walked off in the fucking 8th minute. You know what I mean? Goal in the 14th. Nothing happened for the rest of the game. I said it would be 1-0. I said this would be the slowest game of the tournament that... Man, I almost fell asleep. I was like, I gotta walk Navi. And then I went to walk Navi, and she was like, there's fireworks. I'm not fucking walking. Now I'm here making this video. All right, let's talk about the brackets. Probably should have had this brought up on my computer. So round of 16, we got some very awesome games. Starting with Canada versus Morocco and Paraguay versus France. What do we think about this? I think that Morocco are probably going to take this. They just look like the more complete team, while Canada has been pretty impressive. I mean, I guess if Alphonso Davies is coming in and starting now, then he's definitely someone to be reckoned with. Let's see, not slated to start, but definitely going to be on the bench, nursing back an ACL. I'm looking at Hakimi's going to have his hands full with Tajon Buchanan and Johnson and Jonathan David, Johnny Quest, whatever you want to call him. I call him Johnny Quest because he's out there questing. So I mean, Hakimi's going to get points no matter how you shake it in this game. He's just going to get a ton of points. He's too good to not get those points. He's always attacking, takes set pieces, takes corners, sets up attacks, sends in crosses. So I definitely want to put him in my fantasy lineups. He's just like very overpriced. And in this game, in this single matchup, I'm definitely looking at him. I'm definitely looking at Miller and David, as well as Sabarini and Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz hasn't really done super great, so if you want like a sneaky buy down, look at El Canus in this game. Might be a good buy down. Probably will get a shot on target. Talking about Paraguay versus France next, and do we think Paraguay is going to win here? Does anybody? God? Anybody? No. No one thinks that shit. You can throw like a dime at Julio and Ciso for some like over-unders, but like they're going to get smoked by this team. They're going to get rolled in a Philly blunt and smoked. It's going to be fucked up. I'm predicting 3-4-1. I don't even think they get that one. I think 4-0. I mean, maybe France falls asleep at the back, but Mbappe's scoring 2 and Dembele's scoring 2. You know what I mean? Like maybe even Bradley Barcola and Elise link up for 1. There's something about this attack that's so deadly, and Paraguay's defense isn't going to be able to fucking cope. They're just not. They're not going to be able to cope. They could play 7 at the back. They still wouldn't fucking function against this team. And they're just not going to. It's going to take, it's going to take some real brilliance and real, God. And then it's going to be hold on. Yeah, then Morocco or Canada is going to face France, and they're going to get fucking smoked. France has like a very, very good run into the finals for sure. Navi, will you chill out? It's just some fireworks. They can't hear you. They can't touch you in here. 4th of July, I love it. Yeah. So who are we betting on in these two games specifically? Hakimi and fantasy. Hakimi in over-unders. Sabarini and over-unders. Johnny David and over-unders. Miller in fantasy. Can you stop making noise, Navi, and stop crying about having such a... You know what? You need to go out? You want to go outside? I bet you come right back in. Doesn't even go outside. Dude, I have a dog who is definitely a husky. Yeah, I don't remember where I left off. Let's talk about the next games that are the round of 16 in general. USA versus Belgium, Portugal versus Spain, Brazil versus Norway, Mexico versus England, Switzerland versus Colombia, Argentina versus nobody, because Argentina doesn't really face anybody. They just walk over them. I guess it's Egypt. That's not going to be a game. That's going to be an axe murdering. Colombia versus Switzerland is going to be so low scoring. I don't care that Switzerland has goals in them. This game is going to be 1-1 and go to PKs. England versus Mexico. I also think this one's going to penalty kicks. And I also think that Mexico is going to win this game. Mainly because it's in Mexico and they're just going to have to... I just don't think the English players have it in them. I mean, especially after the last game. Almost drawing a DR Congo, outrageous. Brazil versus Norway is probably the matchup that I'm looking forward to the most. The battle between Holland and Gabrielle is going to be so good. I mean, they're going to fight that entire game. It's going to be great. Who do I want to win? The fight, I would love Gabrielle to win. But the game, I want Norway to win. I just want it to happen. I want Norway and Mexico after that matchup. USA versus Belgium. I want the Americans to win, and I want them to jam it in FIFA's face like, hey, just because you cheated us with that one red card doesn't mean we're going away. I also really think that Haji Wright should be starting over Ricardo Pepe, even though I know that's not going to happen. I think that Haji Wright just is a more forward-playing player and suits the team a lot better, and Pepe can't finish worth a fucking shit. I mean, he just fucking, oh my God. If you can hear me, I would love it if Haji Wright starts instead of Ricardo Pepe. Doesn't matter. Portugal versus Spain, this is going to be a shithole of a game. I hope Portugal win because I really hate Unai Simeone. I don't know how this fucker conned his way into this fucking team. How he is not even the best Spanish goalkeeper in Spain, let alone the best Spanish goalkeeper. It is fucking maybe he's got like dirt on the coach, you know what I mean? Like he's got like gnarly dirt, like he caught him with a bunch of fucking underage hookers on fucking Epstein Island. That might be it. But yeah, those are the brackets for the 16. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. And yeah, my dog is now just sitting in the kitchen, even though I opened the door for her.